Hey everybody, long time no see. It's been 2.5 years, almost 3 years since I've posted any videos. Well, 2 weeks ago I posted a video on replacing Otto's fresh air fan, and that was fun. But anyway, before then it had been a long time, and there's a reason for that. I went through a divorce. I was living out of a hotel for almost a year. I had all of my stuff in storage. I didn't get a chance to do much music at all. And I didn't get a chance to, even if I had the stuff with me to document the little things I did to Otto during that time, I didn't really have the presence of mind for it because I was in survival mode. I just wanted to get things fixed and drivable and get on the road. So I wouldn't have had the time to do it. But now I am no longer in that kind of situation. I am in a much more stable situation. I have all my stuff out of storage. I can focus on my own priorities instead of everybody else's priorities being more important than mine. And I'm not knocking that. As a father and a husband, my family's priorities are supposed to be more important than mine. And I let that happen because that was more important. But I would wait until everybody was gone to bed before I would do any music. I would wait until everybody was sleeping, and so there would be no interruptions, and I had the quiet time I needed. And I didn't feel like there was anybody that could interrupt and say, well, are you going to be taking out the trash, or are you going to do this? It's like I didn't have to worry about that. But in doing that, I robbed myself of a lot of sleep during those decades of doing that. But I still was able to satisfy my need to create music. I don't consider myself to be a great composer. I've said this several times. But music is the best way I know how to express what's inside. And so be on the lookout now that I've got more time and I've got a lot more time now. I no longer have other schedules and priorities pulling at mine anymore. I can actually make music my priority in my life. And this is the first time that's been able to happen for over 32 years. It feels really weird, and I almost feel guilty every time that I work on it because I think, well, I had this nagging feeling like, well, isn't there something else I should be doing with my time? And I need to unprogram myself with that because that's the way I was before. In any case, so I'm going to be releasing a lot more music videos starting probably next week. I think I'm going to kind of give myself a little bit of a structure though, because and that is I'm going to basically do a video log every single week, and I will discuss in that video log the pieces of music that I'm working on. I'll discuss some of the struggles I'm having with it, or maybe the successes that I'm having. And whenever I'm finished with those pieces of music, I will be publishing them here as well on this channel. So that way I can have something that I will be able to share, but it also something that gives me the impetus to work towards it without it just being an internal thing to get done. The notation program that I've been using since 1995, which is Finale, I even was a beta tester for that company for a while. They've gone out of business. They're no longer making it. They're no longer supporting it. It still runs on the latest version of Mac OS, but it's really, really buggy. Any like more in-depth functions that you do, it'll cause it to crash. And I can't do that. I can't have that. And if I want to make music, I got to be able to have that. So I'm going to be testing out 3 new notation programs. One is Notion, which I bought a few months ago. And it seems like it's going to be really easy to adopt. I'm not sure. But MuseScore, and that one is free, and it's open source. And then the last one is Dorico. Dorico was the one that everybody that Finale pointed toward everybody, hey, this is the best alternative to Finale that you can get. And so they were pushing everybody toward it. There was this really competitive cross grade. But because my finances were so tied up with the divorce, I missed that opportunity by 1 week. So if I want to get Dorico, I have to pay the full price for it. But I did download the free limited version that lets you have like, I think 8 staffs. And I will, I'll try it out. Whichever of those 3 that is easiest for me to adopt my workflow to their workflow is the one I'll be using hopefully for the rest of my life. I don't want to have to continue relearning software. I just want to be able to load up a template and get composing. That's it. That's what I want. That's how I was with Finale. I didn't have to sit there and spend, 20 minutes preparing the score for me to be able to just start writing music. I had these templates already prepared and set up ahead of time, and I was able to get composing right away. Because when the inspiration hits, you gotta hold on to that and make it work. So anyway, thank you so much for staying subscribed to me. Be on the lookout for new music. Be on the lookout for maybe some tutorials on those notation programs. I might even, if I've got some time, which I do now, I might maybe do some discussions about music history and composers and things like that. So I don't know, the options are unlimited right now, so the sky's the limit. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for supporting me, and we'll see you soon on this channel.